Have you ever felt that just when you were waiting for an answer, the universe simply went silent? As if, suddenly, all the signs disappeared, leaving you adrift? If so, know that this video has reached you at the perfect moment, because this silence isn't an end, it's the prelude to something grand. You're about to discover that this emptiness isn't absence but the necessary space for a profound spiritual transformation. If you've ever wondered why you're experiencing this isolation, why the answers seem so distant, or question your spiritual purpose, know that this is the time to understand that a bigger plan is at work. The chosen ones, those with a higher spiritual purpose, go through these moments of silence and uncertainty before their great breakthrough. And if you're here, it's because you belong to this special group. The universe is preparing you for something beyond what you can imagine. In this video, we'll explore how divine silence isn't abandonment but a phase of preparation. We'll uncover the true meaning of this emptiness, how it creates the space needed for your spiritual rebirth, and how to maintain unwavering faith even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. We'll talk about how the isolation you're feeling now is actually a powerful tool for transformation. So, if you're seeking answers, direction, or simply confirmation that you're on the right path, keep watching. This is the moment to connect with your true purpose and understand that the peace you're searching for is closer than you think. Get ready, because your moment of glory is coming, and it all starts with silence. At certain points in the spiritual journey, silence seems to dominate everything around you. This divine silence can cause unease, especially when we're used to recognizing signs and answers from the universe. However, this absence of external movements doesn't mean something is wrong. On the contrary, silence is often the necessary preparation for a great leap forward. Just as the soil needs to rest before it can bloom again, silence creates the space for a profound transformation within us. During these phases, it's common to ask, why does the universe seem so distant? The feeling of emptiness can be uncomfortable, but it's part of the chosen one's spiritual process. This silence is an opportunity to strengthen your faith, even without visible evidence. It invites us to trust in the unseen, to believe that behind the scenes, the universe is preparing something greater than we can imagine. External quietude, far from being an obstacle, is an invitation to deepen inwardly. This is the test many encounter, to keep moving forward even when everything around seems to stand still. Trusting in the divine purpose is what sets apart those who are ready to advance. Silence, instead of being seen as an end, should be embraced as part of a growth process. The absence of signs is often a sign itself. The universe works in silence, preparing the ground for the next step. Now, how to deal with this emptiness and turn it into an experience of spiritual rebirth. This is the next stage of the journey, where we'll discover how apparent emptiness becomes the fertile ground for a deep internal transformation. When the universe goes silent and everything around seems stagnant, the first reaction might be frustration. For many, this emptiness creates a sense of disconnection, as if the flow of life has stopped. However, what few realize is that this emptiness is actually a fertile ground for a profound spiritual rebirth. It's in this silent space, where nothing seems to happen, that the most significant transformations begin to take root. Just as a seed needs the darkness of the soil to develop, the spiritual being needs this emptiness to evolve. This period can be compared to a butterfly's cocoon. Externally, it seems like everything is still, with no sign of change. But inside the cocoon, an extraordinary metamorphosis process is underway. The same happens with the spirit during emptiness. It is being shaped and prepared to emerge in a new form. It's a phase of rebuilding, where old internal structures, limiting beliefs, and emotional blockages are gradually dissolved to make way for a new perspective on life. Emptiness also offers a unique opportunity for introspection. With the absence of external stimuli, we are forced to look within. At this moment, self-knowledge becomes the key to transformation. It's here that we confront the parts of ourselves we've avoided for so long. The shadows normally hidden by the hustle and bustle of everyday life emerge, asking to be recognized and integrated. This is a deep process, but necessary for spiritual rebirth. Those who can embrace emptiness as an essential part of the journey, instead of resisting it, begin to realize its true function. It's an invitation for self-discovery and the awakening of a new level of consciousness. This requires patience and trust in the process. During this time, spiritual practices like meditation, contemplation, and inner silence are powerful allies. They help maintain the connection with a higher purpose and navigate through emptiness with greater serenity. Emptiness isn't a time for passivity, but for preparation. Although externally everything seems still, internally the spirit is reorganizing and strengthening itself. The emotions that arise during this period, like fear, anxiety, and doubt, should be seen as part of the purification process. Just as a storm cleanses the air, these emotions bring to light what needs to be released for the new to emerge. The deeper the emptiness, the more significant the transformation will be. Therefore, as you experience emptiness, remember that it's not an obstacle but an opportunity for rebirth. Embrace it with the certainty that, just as the butterfly emerges from its cocoon, you too will emerge from this period with a new vision, stronger and spiritually aligned. Emptiness is just the beginning of something greater, and it always precedes a profound awakening. Keeping the faith during the universe's silent moments is one of the biggest spiritual challenges the chosen ones face. When everything feels uncertain and there are no clear signs pointing to the next step, faith is tested more deeply. At this point, we're called to trust in something much greater than our limited understanding. Unwavering faith is the strength that keeps us on the path, even when the future seems shrouded in fog. This trust in the invisible plan means going beyond what our eyes can see or what our minds can grasp. True faith doesn't rely on external proof but on an inner certainty that everything is happening according to the divine plan. It's like planting a seed. Even though you can't see what's happening underground, you trust that it will sprout in its own time. Similarly, the universe is quietly working behind the scenes, organizing the details of your journey, even if you can't perceive it. Active faith is much more than waiting passively. It involves taking confident actions, even without knowing the exact outcome. A classic example is the story of Moses, who led his people through the desert without knowing exactly where the path would take them but trusting fully in divine guidance. Like him, the chosen ones learn that faith is a constant movement toward the unknown, a leap in the dark driven by the conviction that the universe is on their side. During this process, doubts and fears naturally arise. The human mind seeks guarantees, and when they aren't present, the spirit can waver. But it's precisely at this point that faith is refined. Just as gold is purified in fire, faith strengthens when it's challenged. Trusting in the invisible doesn't mean ignoring difficulties but facing them with the certainty that there's a greater purpose behind every experience. Trusting the divine plan is what allows us to keep moving forward, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. Moreover, maintaining faith doesn't just mean believing that the universe will provide, but also acting as if the outcome is already assured. This is the essence of active faith. It calls us to keep taking steps forward, even without knowing what comes next. Simple actions like continuing your projects, taking care of your well-being, and practicing gratitude are ways to demonstrate this trust. These actions send a message to the universe that you're ready to receive what's coming, even without immediate evidence. There's also an important lesson in this process. The universe doesn't always offer quick or clear answers. Sometimes, it invites you to trust the silence, to act without external signs, and to move guided by an internal compass. This is a spiritual skill that few master. However, those who persevere and continue to nurture this unwavering faith soon discover that the silence was, in fact, preparation for something greater. Just as a farmer doesn't abandon their crops because they can't see the fruits right away, the chosen ones don't abandon their journey simply because they don't see immediate results. Overcoming challenges without losing faith is what sets apart those who are ready to advance spiritually. The universe always rewards those who trust its processes, even when they seem mysterious. When you act with faith, even in the absence of signs, you show that you're aligned with the divine purpose, and this alignment opens doors to what's to come. After passing through this phase, the isolation many experience turns out to be a necessary period of preparation, leading to the next stage of the spiritual journey. Isolation is a common experience for those undergoing a deep spiritual transformation. Often seen as something negative or uncomfortable, it's actually an essential tool on the chosen one's path. The social and emotional distancing that frequently accompanies this phase isn't a sign that you're lost or disconnected, but rather an indication that the universe is creating the ideal environment for your preparation. During these periods of solitude, the mind and spirit have the chance to align with a greater purpose. Away from external distractions and the influences of the surrounding world, isolation provides a sacred space for you to listen to your own inner voice, free from the everyday noise. It's a time when energy is redirected inward, allowing the being to connect more deeply with their own spiritual power and the essence of the universe. Solitude is, therefore, a critical stage of the growth process. Spiritual masters throughout history have spent long periods in isolation before emerging with new clarity and strength. This isolation isn't a punishment but a gift. It offers the opportunity to prepare for the challenges and responsibilities that come with spiritual advancement. True connection with the divine purpose can only be achieved when the mind is at peace with itself, and solitude is the path to that inner encounter. However, for many, isolation can be challenging. The absence of companionship, external signs, or visible support can generate doubts and insecurity. But it's precisely in these moments of loneliness that the soul finds its true strength. Embracing isolation with acceptance and understanding is essential for those walking the chosen path. And when this period of preparation is complete, you'll be stronger and ready to face the next test, the challenge of overcoming the total absence of signs from the universe. There comes a point in the spiritual journey when the universe's signs simply vanish. Coincidences, clear answers, and confirmations seem to disappear, leaving a deep void. This is one of the most challenging tests the chosen ones can face, the test of absolute silence. At this stage, the universe is watching to see if you can continue to trust, even without the answers that once guided you. It's a test of pure faith and resilience. The lack of signs doesn't mean you're on the wrong path. On the contrary, it often indicates that you're already aligned with the divine plan, and there's no longer a need for external guides. It's the moment when the universe trusts in your ability to navigate with your own inner light. This silence isn't a punishment but a recognition of your spiritual maturity. Those who manage to get through this phase are the ones who have truly learned to trust in the unseen. However, the feeling of being abandoned by the universe can create great uncertainty. During this test, many ask themselves, why isn't the universe responding? Am I doing something wrong? The truth is, this silence is a lesson in itself. It teaches that the chosen ones must learn to trust their own intuition and keep moving forward, even when there are no visible signs. The absence of external answers is an invitation to strengthen your connection with your higher self. Overcoming the silent test is one of the greatest spiritual achievements. It's here that true confidence in the process is revealed, the unwavering faith that doesn't rely on confirmations. Silence is proof that you're ready for the next level of your spiritual evolution. And by passing this test, the next step is spiritual restoration, where your energies will be recharged, and you'll be prepared for the next stage. After passing the silent test, there's an essential period of spiritual restoration. This moment of pause, often misunderstood, is crucial for you to regain your inner strength and realign your energies. Just as the body needs rest to revitalize, the spirit also requires time to recharge. During this period of silence, the universe provides an opportunity for you to prepare for the challenges and advancements that lie ahead. This is the time to take care of your soul, allowing it to recover from previous battles and strengthen for the next stages of your journey. The silence that once seemed unsettling now takes on a role of refuge and healing. The energies spent in your growth and transformation processes need to be restored, and the universe offers this pause as a chance for renewal. By reconnecting with yourself, you become stronger and more aware of your spiritual purpose. During this restoration phase, it's important not to rush the process. Just as nature has its own rhythm, the soul follows a healing cycle that can't be forced. Embracing this pause with gratitude and patience is what will allow you to emerge from this phase revitalized and ready for the next step of your journey. Remember that spiritual restoration is as important as the progress itself, as it provides the clarity and energy needed to move forward. As you restore your energies, you'll begin to notice an inner peace signaling that something great is coming. This is the next sign from the universe that transformation is near. The peace that arises before the big change is an indication that your spirit is in harmony, ready for what's to come. And this peace will be the theme of the next stage of our journey. When a spiritual transformation is about to happen, it doesn't always show up as an immediate external event. Often, the clearest sign that a major breakthrough is on the way is an unexpected sense of inner peace. This peace isn't the end of the journey but a sign that your spirit is finally in tune with the divine plan. It comes before the big change, like a deep calm before a transformative storm. This inner peace is one of the most precious rewards of the spiritual journey. It appears when, after facing silence, emptiness, and isolation, you reach a state of internal harmony. It's the moment when you realize that, no matter the challenges you've faced, there's a serenity that can't be shaken by external circumstances. This tranquility signals that your spirit is ready to receive what the universe has in store for you. This feeling of peace can't be forced. It reflects all the inner work you've done along your journey. Just as nature finds balance after a period of transformation, your spiritual self finds this serenity as a prelude to a grand change about to take place. When you experience this peace, you're prepared to welcome new opportunities, new paths, and a new level of spiritual growth. So, if you're already feeling this inexplicable calm, know that it's a silent announcement that your moment of glory is very near. This is the point where the universe will start revealing the next steps of your spiritual purpose. Stay tuned to this peace, as it's the compass that will guide you toward what's coming. And remember, the universe always prepares the spirit before manifesting the next great advancement. Now that you understand how divine silence, emptiness, and isolation are fundamental parts of your spiritual preparation, it's important to apply this knowledge to your life. These moments, which might seem hard to grasp at first, are actually the foundation of your spiritual advancement. Embracing and welcoming this process with confidence and patience is what will allow you to rise to the next level of your journey. Remember, the inner peace you're seeking might be closer than it appears, and it often comes before the big change. Keep nurturing your unwavering faith, trust in the universe's invisible plan, and strengthen yourself during moments of silence. You're part of something greater, and the universe is preparing you for something extraordinary. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you gone through any of these silent moments or felt like you were in a spiritual void? How did you handle it? Share your experience in the comments. Who knows, your words might help someone facing the same challenges. And if you know someone going through this phase, don't hesitate to share this video, it might be the answer they desperately need. Finally, if you want to continue your spiritual journey and learn more about how the universe works in your favor, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any content. Your spiritual growth starts here, and this journey is just beginning.